Hello and welcome to Shanmugam IAS Academy. This is Ashwin. I welcome you all for current events of the day. Let us discuss the topics: POCSO Act, significance and challenges of artificial intelligence, anti-defection law in India, measures to strengthen India-US economic partnership. It is an international relationship-based question. Public health in India. So let us take up the first topic, that is POCSO Act. We all know that the POCSO Act is still relevant and prevailing among the social medias. Protection of children against the sexual offense is the exact abbreviation of this act. So recently Madras High Court was hearing a case of aggravated penetrative sexual assault under POCSO Act. So this was a case filed against an auto driver in his early 20s, when he was 20 the age, for marrying a minor girl who was very minor or below 18 in 2019. So this case came into Madras High Court. The case was discussed and the effective amendments are needed in the POCSO amendment, on the POCSO Act. As per the judge says, this is somewhat relevant. This is somewhat relevant. They are living now, and she is also attaining the age. She attained the age. He also married to the girl he been with. So we need some amendments to the POCSO Act, as the judge says. So let us discuss the amendment when the amendment came into Parliament as a draft. Before that, let us know what is or about the POCSO Act. So POCSO Act was enacted as per the Article 15. We all know that Article 15 entitles or gives special provisions for women and children, and based on the United Nations Convention Rights of Child, we have framed this protection of children against the Sexual Offence Act. It aims to protect children from sexual assault, sexual harassment, these are physical things, pornography, these are also things. These are all the three things in which the case comes under. Will be the person who is coming under the case will be filed under the POCSO Act. So aggravated penetrative sexual assault under the POCSO Act 2012 is equal to the provision for aggravated rape. It means the rape occurs within the relationship of trust, leads to pregnancy or any other aggravating circumstances. Further, under POCSO, an individual will be punished if the victim is below 18 years. So who is the children as per the government? The person or a woman or a male. Anybody who is below the age of 18 is known as children. So this is the act which specifies for children. So mainly for children and women. It does not consider the consent of minors as relevant. If a minor is saying, I'm agreeing with this problem, the male didn't done any aggravative things to me, this will not be taken as a relevant thing by the court. So this is one thing we have to note. The accused will have to be put behind the bar or he will be penalized. So let us take up the next one, that is significance and challenges of artificial intelligence. We are seeing nowadays artificial intelligence is getting an exponential growth. Artificial intelligence based systems are aggravatively more increasing nowadays. It is also defeating the human intelligence because it is having the high amount of intelligent thing, which is a man-made thing, but it is having a high amount of prediction things. Artificial intelligence is an intelligence demonstrated by machines, as we know that. Unlike the natural intelligent person in living things, the AI will develop its intelligence based on the data. So for example, we have discussed it earlier also, when a person or anybody who is using Android or iPhone, he will be searching something. So if he is not getting the information based on that search, he is moving one search engine to another, Yahoo to Google, there will be the title he texted in the search engine box will be appearing by the data gathered by the AI technique, which is incurred in the specific applications or softwares. AI is everywhere in today's world. For example, shopping sites, GPS mapping technology, predicting text in messages and emails. AI is predicted human intervention in eradicating hunger, poverty, diseases also. Further, AI will help in climate change mitigation because it is having the eligibility to predict the climate also. It can predict the climate and what will be the climate or what can be the disaster which will be coming on 2025 or 2035 based on the data it gathered. So that is why it is known as artificial intelligence. It will be carried out by machines, not by humans. Benefits: it can be useful in agriculture, it also useful in the economy, it is also very useful in the field of medicine because it fastens the detection like cancer disease, and the spotting of the disease also more precise. We are getting not any defective predicts. Robotics and AI companies are building intelligent machines, so these machines will be improving the country's income also. Global studies on artificial intelligence. A global study has predicted that AI can contribute more than 15 trillion to the world economy by 2030. It is not too far, it is only 10 years. We are having only 10 years. This is an addition of 14% to global GDP. The study published in Nature reviewed the impact of artificial intelligence in achieving the sustainable development goals. The study found that AI can act as an enabler of 134 sustainable development goals which has been fixed by United Nations, that is 79% of the sustainable development goals. Further, Google has identified its usages among 2600 cases worldwide. So another one is a very important one which is related to polity. So we have seen a lot of issues related to IRM Gairam, we used to say, that is an anti-defection law in the schedule of 10 Schedule 10 in the Indian Constitution. Recently, a nominated MP of Rajya Sabha has resigned due to the allegations under the anti-defection law. The allegation raised after the political party nominated him as their election candidate. So I give you a simple example which has happened in the Pondicherry government. So in Pondicherry, the chief minister lost his confidence. So when the confidence motion is moved, he lost his votes, and he also the assembly was dissolved, and he lost his title of chief minister. So let us discuss what is anti-defection law. So before that, I tell you what is nominated member of Rajya Sabha. So we are having, as per the constitutional right, we can have 12 nominated members. Apart from their political identity, they will be nominated based on their literacy, science, art, and social service. The president nominates such individuals as recommended by the Council of Ministers. That is also a true one. Except the voting in the election of the president, nominated members will have the same rights and privileges as selected members. Nominated members cannot vote in the election of the president. It is also an important thing. Please note it down. What is the anti-defection law? That is what I have told earlier. IRM Gairam. This is a policy which has been followed by MLAs. So ministers and MLAs of Pondicherry government, Congress government, which was prevailing in the Pondicherry government. Now the government is dissolved. The chief minister lost his confidence because of this MLAs loyalties, change in the loyalties of MLAs. So we are having different things in anti-defection law. What is anti-defection? The aim of the anti-defection law was bring stability to governments by deterring MPs and MLAs from changing one political party to another political party. Anti-defection law applies equally to both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha MPs. Similarly, anti-defection law applies to the state legislative assemblies. The anti-defection law deprives the parliament or state legislative members for the violations of the provisions. So 3 scenarios mentioned in anti-defection law. So when a person will be put under the title anti-defection law, or MLA or MP put behind the title anti-defection law, is when he voluntarily gives up the title, or when he voluntarily gives up MP post or MLA post from the political party he stays, he is selected, or when he or she votes against the wish of the party. So there will be a party whip. The whip will be telling you should vote for this person, you should vote for this draft, you should vote for this bill. So when he is negligent to vote or not having the willing to follow the whip rule, he will be under anti-defection law. When an independent joins a political party after the election, it is also a wrong thing. He should not do. It is also under anti-defection law. When a nominated MP or MLA joins a political party after 6 month time. So after 6 month time, when he joins a nominated, it is for nominated MP or MLA. When he joins after 6 month time. Here the note, nominated members can join any party of their wish during their first 6 months. So when it is apart from first 6 months, it is known as anti-defection. So this is all up to anti-defection law. So measures to strengthen India and US economic partnership. So India and US are also facing many contradictions relating to import and export. US has removed India from their generalized preferences of system. These are all the things happening between India and US. So they are now coming into a conclusion to do some things which will be a bilateral trade. So what are the things can improve the bilateral trade? The areas of collaboration as suggested by a confederation of Indian industries, which will be identifying the key areas for the bilateral trade. So what it says, it's need to elevate partnership in healthcare, need to strengthen existing trade agreements, need to address concerns related to mobility of professional labor. US is having H1B visa. This visa is only applicable to Indians. So Indians are more in, are very having high popularity in America, so that they are doing such kind of visas to work them or restrict them from working in US. So these are the trade negotiations which they must engage and dissolve. Strengthening cooperation in defense, because world superpower, they are having so many weapons and other nuclear bombs, and so when it comes to defense, we are also participating in many bilateral and multilateral exercises, navy exercise, army exercise. We can join with them and we can develop a good relationship. Deepening collaboration in clean energy and climate change. This is also an important thing. Partnership in digital economy. India is moving towards digital economy, so it can consider a partnership in digital economy with US. So the next one is public health in India. India needs to prioritize public health along with the healthcare. It will be helpful to tackle both communicable and non-communicable diseases effectively. Communicable disease in the sense it will be spreading from one person to another person, like COVID-19. We can say it as an example. Non-communicable disease in the sense it will not be spreading. For example, HIV, cancer, likewise. It will not be spreading from one person to one person, one person to another person by physical contact. So these are non-communicable diseases. What is the difference between public health and healthcare? Public health deals with the community at large. So we all know that public health, in the sense we will be having a large number of people and we are taking care of the health of them. The goal of public health is disease prevention and control, whereas healthcare is focused on treatment and disease cure. So it is also a therapeutic technique. So in public health we are having prevention and control. Here we are going to treat. In healthcare, public health employs a deliberate intervention-based mechanism to reduce disease burden in population. Though India ranks among the world's best in healthcare capability, India's success in improving public health is very poor, the report says. What are the issues in India's public health management? Ineffective public health surveillance leading to lack of reliable data collection on all diseases. It's also a true one. Lack of authentic public health education. That is only they are having the vaccine hesitancy. Most of the people are not willing to get the vaccine, which was also availed by the Prime Minister. He also took that vaccine. But our people are not willing to take this vaccine, coronavirus vaccine. So the vaccine hesitancy also prevails in India because of lack of health education. Public health in India does not address both social and environmental determinants to control the disease. So let us take up the mains practice questions. Discuss the main features of the anti-defection law and how has obtained major concern with regarding various political parties. We have discussed very much about what is anti-defection law and the various scenarios and features of this anti-defection law. What is AI? Illustrate the importance of its regarding India's future goals. So AI is developing on, it is seeing the exponent, we are seeing the exponential growth in AI. So please write it down yourself, take up 2 questions daily and write it down. It will be a very much practice for you guys. So please try it. With this we wind up. Thank you for watching. Let us meet you on tomorrow's session. Thank you so much.